Is home staging worth it in Milton? The honest answer is yes. And after more than 3,000 transactions in this town, we can tell you exactly why and which conditions it matters most. My name is Amy Flowers, and I lead the Flowers team at Royal LePage Meadowtowne. We've been ranked #1 in Milton since 2009, and our in-house staging program has been voted Milton's very best every year since 2017. This is not a theory. This is what we watch happen with every listing we take. Here's the foundation of the staging argument. Buyers make decisions emotionally first and logically second. They walk into a home and feel something before they think anything. That feeling, that immediate gut reaction, that's what drives the offer. Everything that comes after, the inspection, the financing, the negotiating, it happens after the buyer has already decided that they want the home. Staging is built entirely around creating that reaction. The data backs up this. In 2025, the National Association for Realtors found that staging reduced time on market for 49% of sellers and raised the offer price by 1 to 10% for 29% of the time. At the Flowers team, our own Milton numbers are even stronger. Our listings in 2025 achieved over 100% sale to ask ratio versus the Milton market average of 98.6. On a home priced at Milton's 2025 average, that is $13,832 more in the seller's pocket. Our listings sold an average of 23 days versus the market average, which is 30 days. Staging is central to both of those results. Now, here's where it gets important for sellers who are trying to time the decision against the market. In a slow market, staging is not optional. It may be the most important decision that you make. When buyers have more choices and less urgency, they are selective. A well-staged home holds its price because buyers can see the value clearly. They are not mentally subtracting for dated presentation or a room that they can't picture. A home that sits on the market sends a signal that something is wrong, whether that is true or not. Days on market become a negotiating tool. Staging reduces days on market by creating the strongest possible first impression and giving buyers a reason to act rather than wait. In a hot market, staging determines how much you get, not whether you sell. I tell sellers this directly. Everything sells in a hot market. Staging decides who walks away with the most money. In Milton specifically, many neighborhoods repeat the same floor plan. A buyer may be looking at the same layout on 3 different streets at the same time. When one is staged and 2 are not, the staged home sells first, often for more. The unstaged ones wait, sometimes until the window closes. One of the clearest illustrations we have comes from a detached home in the Clark neighborhood. The sellers came to us after it had been listed with an agent for 3 months without selling. We staged the property. We also raised the asking price. It sold in a week for $18,000 more than it had been listed for and unable to sell previous. The market had not changed, the home had not changed, the presentation had. The comparison sellers almost always miss is staging versus a price reduction. A price reduction does not just cost you the amount of the cut. It signals to the market that something is wrong. Buyers who see a price drop, they become more cautious, not more interested. They use history as leverage at the offer table. Staging, by contrast, signals confidence. It creates urgency. For gold package sellers, staging is included with no upfront cost. It is absorbed as part of our fee upon a successful sale. Every Flowers team listing is staged by Tara Llewellyn, our in-home certified staging professional. Tara's been voted the #1 stager in Milton every year since 2017. 10 consecutive years of public recognition through the community votes and the Reader's Choice. She runs a full staging operation out of our 3,500 square foot warehouse with over $500,000 in curated inventory and the capacity to stage more than a dozen properties simultaneously. One note on what staging cannot fix. It cannot substitute for the right price. It cannot recover a failed launch. The single most damaging move in real estate is listing first and staging later if it doesn't sell. Buyer interest peaks the first few days on MLS and it drops quickly. You get one launch, make it count. If you're thinking about selling your Milton home, start with a free home evaluation. Visit the Flowers team or give us a shout. We'll walk you through exactly what your home needs and what you can expect in return.